because that tells a whole story. Next, I want to talk to you guys about this book. I picked this book up from the TikTok shop, and I highly suggest that you guys pick one up too. And it talks about the fibroids. All right, you guys. So in this holistic guide, it talks about chapter 31, women's sexual health protocol, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, fertility, birth, and birth control, and STDs. But I want to specifically hone in on the fibroids, the uterine fibroids. And it says in here, it talks about diet remedies, and it talks about ovarian issues. So let's get into the ovarian issues. Women who suffer from PCOS, and PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. Polycystic ovary syndrome. Polycystic ovary syndrome is a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age, right? And what's reproductive age, you guys? Like 18? Even younger than that, right? There are a lot of women that start having their period when they're like 12. I think both of my cousins started having their period when they were like 9. I didn't start having my menstrual cycle until I was 12. So, it just depends on your mother and when she started having her cycle, your grandmother when she started having her cycle, things like that. But it says women of reproductive age, right? It's polycystic ovary syndrome. Now, women who suffer from PCOS may have enlarged ovaries that fail to function as they should. This can affect fertility for women who wish to conceive. The fallacies associated with PCOS can often be detected on an ultrasound. Some women report severe pain. Women who suffer from PCOS may have enlarged ovaries that contain follices that surround the eggs. The result is ovaries that fail to function as they should. This can affect fertility for women who wish to conceive. The follices associated with PCOS can often be detected on an ultrasound. Some women report severe pain in one or both ovaries as cysts rupture occasionally or frequently. All right. So remember, she said she had irregular periods, right? Irregular periods, one of the most common symptoms of PCOS, is infrequent, irregular, or prolonged menstrual cycles. If you have fewer than 9 periods each year or regularly go more than 35 days between periods, this can be a sign of PCOS. Abnormally heavy periods are also a symptom. And we're not talking about women that are on like contraceptives, right? That are taking birth control. We're talking about women that are not on birth control, that are looking to get pregnant, but they're having irregular periods. Excessive androgens. Women with PCOS often have elevated levels of male hormones that result in symptoms such as excess facial and body hair, severe acne, or male pattern baldness. All right. So when it comes to PCOS, it says that women with PCOS experience infrequent or prolonged menstrual cycles and or elevated male hormone levels, which are called androgens. And that's what's happening here. If you have excessive androgens, you have excessive facial hair, body hair, severe acne, or male pattern baldness. Now, on the other side of this book, it talks about how to eat better, right? And replace inflammatory foods with anti-inflammatory foods. For example, if you're dependent on a sugary and dairy-rich coffee drink in the morning, try making the switch to green tea instead. Green tea is a natural antioxidant, you guys. It helps to purify the blood, which is also good for the heart. Green tea has strong anti-inflammatory effects and may help improve the quality of life for people with inflammatory disease. If you are hooked on sugar, take steps to curb this inflammatory craving by swapping refined and processed sugars for a healthier alternative, like honey. Honey is a natural humectant. In this book, it says organic stevia leaf. I wouldn't suggest organic stevia leaf. Get you some honey, some pure honey, or just eat some fruit. Fruit has enough of the sugar that we need. It's natural sugar too, you guys. It's a natural sweetener. Fresh fruit contains simple sugars that are much easier for the body to digest. Switching to a whole food diet helps reduce inflammation and disease or other health risks. Fast foods and processed foods are full of additives, preservatives, and other substances that may interfere with hormones. If you eat fast food on a regular basis, try meal planning. Meal planning is an effective and healthy way to change your eating habits. The key to managing PCOS is a low-fat, plant-based whole food diet. When they say plant-based, I would swap that word out for alkaline foods. Because now the plant-based community is not so healthy. It has lots of soy in it. Soy is not good for the body. It's not good for the body, you guys. And it's in almost everything. So eat more alkaline foods like fruits, raw fruits. Raw fruits have so many vitamins, packed with so many vitamins, B vitamins, A vitamins, D vitamins, the vitamins that we need for our body, you guys. In addition to helping with insulin sensitivity and weight loss, following the recommended diet can help lower blood glucose and reduce the menstrual irregularities common with PCOS. The following foods are recommended for those with PCOS, and then it goes in and it talks about all of those different foods like vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, asparagus, bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, and then leafy greens, right? Kale, collard greens are very good. If you need a list to go by, you can download Dr. Sebi's food list, okay? It's online and you can download it for free. They also talk about fruits and legumes. It says whole grains as well, such as like quinoa. Quinoa is so good. I do get my bread when I do eat bread, because I do have, like, sometimes I want avocado toast, and I make my own salsa, and then I mash up an avocado. I add some of that salsa in, mix it up, and then I spread it on my toast. And I get the toast that has buckwheat in it. It has buckwheat and it has seeds in it. So yeah, you guys, it talks a lot more about other things and like herbs as well. But y'all need to get this book. Y'all really need to get this book. That is going to help you guys tremendously. I love y'all so much. We need to start taking our healthcare in our own hands, doing what's best for us. Stop eating all of that pork and greasy foods like fried chicken and fried this and fried that. Stop eating all that stuff, y'all. Please. Black women, take better care of yourselves. Please. Because Black women in America are the ones that are suffering the most. We need to take our health back into our hands. Take our power back, you guys. I love you. Assalamu alaikum.